Hello everyone and happy Friday. Before we share my analysis from these last few days, please remember that neither I nor the SIMETRI team from Crypto Briefing are licensed financial advisors. What we provide is not a personalized investment advice. It is merely our opinions based on our various research and diligence. As always, do your own research before making any decisions about buying or selling crypto.
So getting to the Bitcoin chart, we're going to have a look now. We're going to see that 18,000 is the key downside level because that's where the market moved to on the CPI report. Couldn't really get under that level when it started to reverse. So if that did break, then that would be bearish. Got the monthly pivot point is 20,400 for obvious reasons because that's the top of the range. The current weekly pivot point is the high of last week, around 19,900. Watch out for that. And again, upside targets would be 21,000 and 21,700 if that was broken. But at the moment, the market's in limbo between 19 and 19,900, and probably a daily close beneath 18,000 would be the bearish signal that bears are looking for. But until that happens, we're in range-bound trading conditions. And we get back to the same Bitcoin chart we've been looking at for months here, and we've got again this consolidation, a potential head and shoulders pattern, but again, it's a range. It's the same ranges between 18,000 and 20,400 that the market's been stuck in for a long time. So this could turn into a head and shoulders pattern soon. But again, for me, I more strongly think it's more of a price channel and more of range bound activity. But as we looked at the crypto total market cap chart earlier, it's exactly the same story with the higher time frames mimicking the lower time frames. We've got this head and shoulders pattern again starting to play out within a much larger head and shoulders pattern, just basically suggesting that Bitcoin could move down by a further $7,000 taking it to close to 10,000. I don't know if that's true, but that's the kind of pattern and patterns that are building in terms of a bearish fashion. And again, the larger picture here is this head and shoulders pattern hasn't fully completed yet. It will complete around $12,000. And again, we're stuck in this consolidation pattern. So that's just a larger view of what we're looking at in the market. And I will point out, interesting observation, we're the most oversold ever on the monthly RSR at the RSI indicator at the moment. So that's something to watch out for, extreme oversold levels. But I will note that, we're not even below 40 yet on the monthly. So we do have some more scope to go down. But you can see here, 2019 was the most oversold we've ever been. We broke underneath that level and we're holding underneath there on the RSI. So we are very, very, very oversold, but potentially because we're underneath that line, we could move even lower. So overall, I'm still hoping for a move down towards the 12,000 level, as I've been saying over the past few months. They cannot discount the rally from current levels if the 20,400 price level is broken and we see a daily close above that level. A drop below 18,000 could cause a significant decline in the market, starting with a drop towards 16,000. Bulls could target 21,700 if 20,500 is easily broken, and then we'd probably trigger some stops and go up towards that type of area eventually. I would say that FOMO is still high, so we could definitely see some weakness over the next few days, and maybe some people are not going to do much ahead of the Federal Reserve. So let's get to Ethereum. And again, bigger picture story. Bearish while we trade underneath the former all-time high. The market's come up to test it a few times, hasn't been able to get above there. So that's the level that I've been watching for the last few weeks, and we've religiously stayed underneath there. We've got this triangle pattern here as well that we broke underneath, and this is pretty bearish. If we measure the size of the triangle pattern, it's saying that we could drop above $1,000 while we trade underneath 1420. So that would take it to my overall price target, which has been $500 for a long time. And again, we can see Ethereum is the case of the triangle patterns. I haven't drawn the top triangle, but there's definitely a triangle at the top, and there's a triangle here as well. So again, lower time frames mimicking higher time frames, and the price could definitely start to come off very, very sharply if we don't get above 1420 soon. So overall, Ethereum is still struggling. I'd watch out for more losses below 1420, as I've been saying for a while. A rally above to 155 is possible if we get above 1420. $1,000 still remains more likely than a lot of people's projections of 25, and I would suggest $500 is even possible if we have a look at the larger picture, the patterns, and what Bitcoin could potentially do if it drops towards 12 or even $10,000.
And thank you. I hope you found my thoughts helpful. If you'd like more, please click the subscribe button for Pro BTC Trader and join me every week on Wednesdays for our live trading war room and daily email updates.